The U.S. Air Force is just as powerful and varied as America itself. With more than 5,200 aircraft, everything from fighter jets and bombers to surveillance planes and refuelers, this huge fleet keeps the U.S. at the top of the world in air power. But to stay the best, the Air Force has to keep coming up with new, cutting-edge technology. That's the only way they can keep doing their job of protecting the country, especially against threats like China. They're working on some of the most advanced programs out there, which seem straight out of a sci-fi movie. Many of these projects are so secret that we might never know everything about them. Today, we'll dive into the top 7 secret Air Force projects that are shaping the future. Make sure you watch till the end, because you won't want to miss the last one. Before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Military Minds. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Number 1. The Son of Blackbird. Let's start with the mysterious SR-72, also known as the Son of Blackbird. People first started talking about it in 2007, and there's been a lot of buzz ever since. Even though the U.S. Air Force and Lockheed Martin haven't shared much about it, some leaks suggest it could fly faster than Mach 6. A prototype is said to be in the works, building on earlier projects like DARPA's HTV-2. So while we wait for more info, Lockheed Martin's secretive Skunk Works division is quietly shaping the future of high-speed flight. The SR-72 is set to be the next big spy plane, designed for military intelligence missions. It's going to replace the old SR-71 Blackbird and take hypersonic flight to a whole new level. The first test flight is expected in 2025, and this plane is going to change the game when it comes to speed and stealth. Rumors about the SR-72 have been around for years, and now the U.S. Air Force has finally confirmed its existence. There were even crazy stories like conspiracy theorist Tyler Glockner claiming he found the plane hidden on Google Earth in Florida. One thing's for sure, the SR-72 will be insanely fast, able to dodge missiles and advanced air defenses. Some people have nicknamed it Dark Star, but the real name is still a secret. Interestingly, this aircraft also made a Hollywood cameo. When filming Top Gun Maverick, Paramount Studios asked Lockheed Martin to design a futuristic plane, and what you saw on screen is based on the SR-72. How cool is that? A real-life secret project influencing a movie. This new plane will be faster than any spy plane ever made. With a powerful engine from Aerojet Rocketdyne, it can take off at regular speeds but then switch to hypersonic mode. Its speed will allow it to outrun modern defenses, giving the U.S. a huge advantage in gathering intelligence and carrying out missions. But the SR-72 is just one of many high-speed projects in the works. So, let's move on to the next one, the B-21 Raider. This is the future of America's stealth bombers. Created by Northrop Grumman, the B-21 Raider has a state-of-the-art design and will handle long-distance missions, surveillance, and battle control. It's one of the most adaptable planes in the U.S. military. The Air Force plans to buy between 100 and 145 B-21s, each costing around $630 million. These planes will eventually replace the older B-1 Lancer and B-2 Spirit bombers by the 2040s. Even though the B-2 Spirit has been a solid aircraft for more than 25 years, the Raider is a huge step forward. It's based on the B-2's flying wing design, but will be smaller and much more advanced, with stealth technology 2 generations ahead of the B-2. The B-21 is expected to carry about 30,000 pounds of weapons, half of what the B-2 can handle, but it will still support both nuclear and regular bombs. Its upgraded stealth features will make it extremely hard to detect, allowing it to fly safely in areas with heavy defenses. But that's not all. The Air Force is also looking into making an unmanned version of the B-21, a drone that could fly alongside the Raider without a pilot. The B-21 Raider was revealed to the public on December 2nd, 2022. It's designed with a flexible system that allows it to be upgraded as technology improves. Even though the B-21 is expensive, it's expected to provide great value in terms of strategy and security. It's already creating over 5,000 jobs, and production is picking up speed. This bomber is more than just a new plane. It's a key part of America's future defense. Whether it's flown by a pilot or remotely, the B-21 Raider is ready to keep the U.S. at the forefront of military technology. But the Air Force isn't the only one focused on air power. The US Navy is also pushing boundaries with its next-generation fighter jet, the F-A-20. The F-A-20 is designed to be a powerhouse in the sky, with advanced stealth, long range, and powerful weapons. With over $9 billion invested in its development, this jet is set to replace the older F-A-18 Super Hornet and work alongside the F-35C. What makes the F-A-XX unique is that it's built specifically for aircraft carrier missions, solving some of the problems that came up with the F-35 program. The F-A in its name means it can handle both air-to-air combat and attack targets on the ground. It will also share technology with the Air Force's next-generation air dominance program, which will speed up its development and allow for quick upgrades as new tech comes along, but we'll cover more on that later, so stick around. One of the main goals of the F-A-20 is to have a longer range. Right now, China's defense zone, equipped with hypersonic missiles, stretches over 1,000 miles from their coast. In comparison, Navy jets like the Super Hornet and F-35C can only fly about 650 miles from the carrier, which puts them in danger. The F-A-20 will have a longer range, and with refueling help from MQ-29 drones, it can strike from safer distances. Now for the coolest feature, the F-A-XX will use something called Manned-Unmanned Teaming MUMT. This means it can work with drones like the XQ-58A Valkyrie, commanding them to do missions such as surveillance, electronic warfare, or even attacking targets. However, the F-A-20 project is facing budget problems. Its 2025 funding was cut by 90%, which could delay some important parts of its development. The stakes are high, especially since China is quickly upgrading its military technology. This makes it even more important for the US to focus not just on planes, but also on unmanned drones that can work alongside pilots, like the new Collaborative Combat Aircraft, CCA. CCAs can do many different jobs, like acting as extra eyes and ears, or even taking on enemy targets. By handling some of these tasks, CCAs make missions safer and take some of the pressure off human pilots. The US Air Force plans to spend about $6 billion on the CCA program in the next few years, showing just how important these drone wingmen are for the future of air combat. So, what are these CCAs exactly? One example is the XQ-58 Valkyrie by Kratos, which is currently the only CCA with real-world flying experience. You can think of it as a pilotless version of the F-35, offering similar performance without needing a human pilot. But the XQ-58 isn't the only one. There are other CCAs being developed as part of an open competition run by the Department of Defense. To speed up the process, the Air Force, Navy, and Marines have agreed on some key features: a common aircraft design, shared autonomy systems, and smooth communication links. The goal is to create a drone that can follow commands and communicate easily with other aircraft and systems on the battlefield. At first, these loyal wingmen will be flying alongside F-35s and the upcoming NGAD, Next Generation Air Dominance fighter. CCAs are also designed to be flexible, so their sensors and software can be swapped or upgraded depending on the mission. This keeps costs down, which is important since each new F-35 costs over $110 million. That's why CCAs are a more affordable option. As pilots test out these CCAs in different situations, they'll learn more about what these drones can and can't do, building confidence for future missions. And speaking of future technology, the Air Force Research Laboratory is also working on an exciting project called Project Mayhem. Project Mayhem aims to create a groundbreaking propulsion system by combining a turbofan and a scramjet engine. This new technology will let aircraft carry heavier loads over longer distances than current planes can. In December 2022, the project got a boost when Leidos, a company based in Virginia, was given a $334 million contract to speed up its development. The main goal? To build a future aircraft that can fly at hypersonic speeds, faster than Mach 5, completely changing how the military handles strike and observation missions. While most hypersonic projects focus on missile technology, Project Mayhem is aiming for something bigger. It's not just about making new weapons. It's about building a reusable, unmanned hypersonic drone that can carry out strikes and gather intelligence. This dual-purpose drone would be a game changer. able to fly faster and farther than anything we have today. The project's official name changed from Expendable Hypersonic Multi-Mission Air-Breathing Demonstrator to Hypersonic Multi-Mission ISR and Strike, showing a shift in focus. Instead of a one-time use missile, the project is now about creating an autonomous, reusable aircraft. The big breakthrough here is developing a turbine-based scramjet engine that can work at all speeds, from slow to supersonic and then to hypersonic. Current scramjet engines only work at very high speeds, usually after a rocket helps get them going. Project Mayhem could get rid of this problem, making the aircraft much more versatile. If Project Mayhem succeeds, it could send lower-cost weapons to targets at speeds over Mach 5 or quickly gather intelligence where satellites can't reach. While everyone else is focusing on building hypersonic missiles, the Air Force is quietly working on creating a hypersonic aircraft, possibly winning the race before others even notice. If you thought the US Navy's F/A-20 fighter was impressive, wait until you learn about the EA-18G Growler. One of the coolest and most underrated aircraft in the US Navy is the EA-18G Growler. It's been in service since 2009 and shares about 90% of its design with the F/A-18 Super Hornet. But don't be fooled. It's far from ordinary. The Growler is a master of electronic warfare, and its abilities are truly impressive. What makes it different is its special equipment. Instead of the regular 20mm Vulcan cannon found on the Super Hornet, the Growler has advanced electronic warfare systems. It also replaces the usual Sidewinder missiles on the wingtips with ALQ-218 wideband receivers, which are key to its electronic warfare missions. Under its wings, the Growler can carry up to 5 jamming pods, along with missiles like Sidewinders, AMRAAMs, and even anti-radiation missiles that can destroy enemy radar systems. Electronic warfare is one of the most secretive areas of modern military tech, and the Growler's latest tool, the next-generation jammer, is especially impressive. This new jammer pod can launch cyber attacks on enemy air defenses from a distance, mess with enemy radars so they see jets that aren't really there, and even make it look like there's a larger fleet in the sky. It can also gather information from signals and disable enemy radars using microwave energy. In short, the EA-18G Growler can cause total chaos for enemy air defenses. Its electronic warfare skills don't just help other fighter jets, it can also support stealth aircraft, boosting its jamming range far beyond its own flight path. The US Navy has 172 of these special electronic warfare planes, and with future upgrades to their jamming systems, they'll continue to stay ahead in the electronic warfare game for many years. Because these systems can be customized, the Growler can adjust as enemy defenses change. Another cool feature of the Growler is its high-tech cockpit, where the pilot and electronic warfare officer work together seamlessly. Plus, when 3 Growlers team up, they can track enemy radio signals in real time. By sharing data, they can find the exact location of signal sources, like a cell phone. Even though its main job is electronic warfare, the Growler can still defend itself in combat. It can carry missiles for protection and is equipped with an M61A 120mm cannon. The EA-18G Growler can disrupt and shut down enemy systems, making them practically useless. It's a real game changer. And now, as promised, let's talk about the future of American air superiority, the Next Generation Air Dominance Program. While many details about the Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) program are still top secret, it involves a collection of advanced technologies like sensors, engines, and weapons that work with a new 6th-generation fighter at its core. This fighter will change air combat with its stealth, super-fast speed, and record-breaking weapon capacity. Right now, the F-22 Raptor is the world's best air superiority fighter. But the NGAD program isn't just replacing the Raptor with one new aircraft. Instead, it's creating a network of manned and unmanned systems to dominate enemy airspace. The NGAD fighter will also handle a variety of missions, both in the air and on the ground, making it versatile for different combat situations. In 2020, a full-sized NGAD prototype broke records, showing how fast the program is progressing. Each NGAD fighter is expected to cost around $200 million, while support drones like the Kratos XQ-58 Valkyrie could cost from $1.3 million to $100 million depending on features. The NGAD program is a big shift in the Air Force's strategy, focusing on a broad approach. Like the B-21 Raider, it's built to be flexible and future-proof, using an open design to easily add new technology as it becomes available. A key element of this system is the Collaborative Combat Aircraft (CCA). Of course, this program needs a lot of funding. About $16 billion is set aside for research and development through 2028, and $2.3 billion was requested for 2024 to continue designing the fighter and its engines. As the NGAD fighter nears production, the F-22 Raptor still plays a crucial role in keeping U.S. air dominance. The Air Force is investing in new systems to address the F-22's weaknesses, especially for missions in the Pacific, where having long range and strong stealth is essential. Even though there's talk of retiring older F-22s, the Air Force knows how important the Raptor is in maintaining air superiority. It's still capable of taking on rivals like China's J-20 and J-31. Looking ahead, the F-22 will likely be supported by AI-powered drones, F-35s, and new air-to-air weapons. Even though it's not the newest fighter, these upgrades will keep it effective until the NGAD fighter is ready. The future of air combat is taking shape, and these top-secret programs are just the beginning. The challenges are immense, but so are the possibilities. With these advancements, the Air Force will maintain dominance in the skies and redefine the future of military aviation. As China and other rivals push their limits, America's innovation will be key to staying ahead. If you're as fascinated by cutting-edge military tech as we are, let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Let us know your thoughts, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Military Minds.